said the Most High did not know what you would come out to be out of the womb. Remember, stand on that. And then I hit you with Jeremiah 1:15. Before I formed
Jeremiah 1:5.
Yeah, Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So right there, I'm cutting your ass up.
What did he know him as?
Huh?
What did he know him as?
The prophet, right?
He knew him as an prophet. Said he ordained him as a prophet before he was created.
Okay.
He made sure he was. One second, just asking a question. So now, does he say that to everybody?
Okay. You brought that up. You brought that up, and that was weak because here's the question that I came back with you on. I said, Captain, are you saying that he only knew who Jeremiah was? He don't know other people? Hold up, brother. Hold on, brother. Just relax. I got you, man. I got you. Did he say, he just saying this to Jeremiah before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee? So that don't come from me and you, right? He didn't know who I was and you was. You said no. The Most High didn't know who we was before we came out of the womb. That's where I cut you. Because right here in Jeremiah 1:5, he says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. So he ain't just saying this to Jeremiah. Although he's talking to Jeremiah, he's letting people know, dude, I'm closer to you than your own juggler vein. That's what he's saying. That's what the Most High. Hold on. And I don't know how you don't understand that. I got to teach you these scriptures because y'all don't know this Bible, bro. You don't know the Bible. You said that the Most High did not know. Hold on, brother. You said that the Most High did not know you when you was coming out of the womb. And this is where I cut you at. And I hope you had that in the video. That's why you took that video down. I love you, brother. You're my captain. But I got you on this one, brother. You're going to have to hold this down, brother.
You did not get me at all. There's nothing that you're going to say that's going to motivate me either way. You did not get me on the subject of homosexuality. He did not create anybody to be a homosexual. That verse you pulled does not say he created them to be a homosexual. It said he created them or ordained him to be a priest, not a homosexual. So the point that you're trying to prove is not there. Homosexuality is against the Most High. Being a priest is for the Most High. So how is he created?
Why you don't understand, brother? You don't really know
how to break down. I know how to break down scripture, and the Most High would not create somebody. I know it way better than you, son. That's why you lose. That's why you sitting here arguing with me for God to make a homosexual when he never made it.
No.
God did not make a man decide to stick his penis in another man. A man decided that. Just like he didn't make a woman decide to put her mouth on another woman's body. A woman decided that. No different than he decided to create a man to make a fan, or to make a fireplace, or to make a TV. That's a man gonna bounce a basketball, throw a football, run up and down the street. A man thought of that in his own mind. And that's how he came up with it.
All right, Shalom. This is Har1 by Yasser Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Yeah, man, I'm going to try to make this one quick. There's so many scriptures you could bring out to show that the Most High knew. Basically, he created everything, right? Even our lives, he wrote them out. You know, premeditated, predestined. All right. Everything is in order. He created the sun, moon, and stars, the sands of the sea, the hairs on our head. Man, listen, let me get this real quick. If I can find this. There you go. All right. So the Lord created evil. The Lord created good. He created wickedness. He created righteousness. He created light. He created dark. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's in the dark is going to be just that. Everything that's in the light is going to be just that. You know, everything that's made for the day is made for the day. Everything that's made for the night is made for the night. It's just common sense, man. So to dishonor the body would be to do those things. The Lord created the opposite. honorable and dishonorable. It's chemistry, man. That's how the Lord look at it. Good and evil. You know, is this material going to pull towards the good or pull towards the evil? I'm gonna create it. The stronger going to pull towards the good. The weaker going to pull towards the negative. But he knows which one is going to do what. He knows that process. See, Jake be looking at it emotionally, or egotistically. But we gotta look at it almost like a chemistry, you know, like material. That's what we are to the Lord. If you want to look at it that way, just material. Right? One to honor, one to dishonor. So it's, 2/3, and you got the 1/3. All right. It says, Luke 12:16. Are not 5 sparrows sold for a farthing, for 2 farthings, and not one of them is forgotten before Yahweh? So it's just selling a little sparrow, or something real tiny. Even the ants, the Lord know He watching every blade of grass. He waters them all. You know what I mean? Like down to every blade of grass. He makes sure each blade gets a drop of water. Like that is like what type of he don't understand the God that he serves. All right. But even the hairs of your head are all numbered. Okay, so how the hair on our heads and our bodies numbered before we're born. But when somebody born, he don't know if they're gonna be a sodomite or not. Come on, man. That's this man, uh, not being able to get out of his own way and just say, "Hey, man, yes, my God created everything, good and evil." You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you can do about it. You just better pray that you're on the side of the good. Put it like that. All right. For instance, you can go to the story dealing with Jacob and Esau. He could have went there because the Lord knew that Esau was going to be wicked. However you look at it, look what Esau did in the Roman Empire. Look what Esau doing today. Look at the laws that they passing. You know what I'm saying? The Lord created Esau and set him on his path to be the wicked. He created the wicked. 2/3 of our people. He created the 2/3. All right, setting everything in order. Genesis 25:21. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren, and Yahweh was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived, and the children struggled together within her. All right, so mind you, he said, the Most High does not know someone's going to be a sodomite before they're born. Hey, man, just like he said, the Most High doesn't know that Esau was going to build trains and subways and running up the street kicking the balls. What? Yo, these are all basic normalities of a um human actions and reactions. But the Most High created all of that. This whole dimension. We can't move outside of it. We see everything in shapes, you know. Um our movements, even dealing with gravity. That's why we're gonna kick a ball and jump and basketball, all these different things that the Lord put in man's mind to create, you know, all their thoughts. What you call the sports industry, even Esau being born, everything that was in his mind, the Lord put it there so that Esau would be the son of perdition. All right. And look what Esau has done on the earth. And you mean to tell me the Lord didn't know that was gonna happen? Check it out. 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire, right? Because the Lord went up to, because he said, the Lord only know a prophet, like Jeremiah. He said, I ordained you to be a prophet. But what about Esau? He ordained Esau to be Esau, the wicked. Just like 2/3. He said what? The sins was gonna follow them. All right. What did they say in the Roman Empire? Jake was like, "Yo, let these sins fall upon me and us and our children." So that's what followed them. And in these times, it's manifest that they were the wicked, that they were the Pharisees, that they were the wicked Pharisees and Sadducees of that time. That they were the ones that went against Yahushua. You know, they were the sodomites back then. Now they the same thing in this time, to be destroyed. It has to be written, man. Um, okay. And it says this, and Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people. So he knew that Esau was going to be wicked. So he created him that way from the belly, from the womb, man. The left hand side spirits from the left hand side. Manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. All right, so the Lord knew that Esau was going to be weak and feeble-minded. 2/3 of our people are the same way. They're feeble-minded. They're weak. All right, they fell to the lust of their own imaginations and of these nations, man. These idols that they got tied to, all this idolatry. you know. So all this idolatry has led our people to the mindset of the people that follow these idols, like Africans, Romans. All right, Sodom and Gomorrah was an African country. Those are 2 African cities, man. All right, you had Jake's there as well. So 2 manner of people. So the Lord knew that Esau was going to be wicked from the birth. He knew Esau was going to do all the things he's doing on the earth. All right, so the Lord knew from the birth, inside the belly, that it was 2 manner of people. Man, listen, Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies from the belly. So the Lord created them in the belly. As soon as they born, they go out speaking lies. As soon as they cry like they're a human being, they lying. I said that before, but the president know what I'm talking about. All right. So the wicked are estranged from the womb. So they're separated from the Lord from the belly. Just like Jeremiah was separated from the world unto Yahweh as a prophet from the belly. They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. All right, that's Esau. All right, so the Lord knew that they're going to have what? They're poisoned like the poison of a serpent, you know? All right, Hebrews 12:14. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord. Looking for diligently, lest any man fail of the grace of Yahweh, the understanding. Lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. So everything that the Africans was doing, sodomy, whatever you want to call it, Esau has done. There's no more profane and vain person and idolater than Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. That all was written, predestined before Esau was even on the earth. During the time of Abraham, the Lord was prophesying to Abraham about Jacob. He's prophesying to the serpent and Cain about them being Esau on the earth. The spirit coming back at Esau. All right, that spirit of Cain came back on Esau. All right, so that's why you have the process of reincarnation. That's where the judgment happens at. The people die upon the earth, the spirit goes back to the Father, the Lord sends that spirit back into a new body and renews the face of the earth. All right, prepares it, writes out their story. We've been on this earth many times. You know, our spirit, we come back in a different flesh every 400, 500 years. So we've been back on this earth. We've grown and gotten old and have married and loved and have families and people we would miss. See, that stuff is all carnal on this earth. All right. Our family is the one in heaven, Yahweh, his son Yahweh Shai. And we're sent here to do his will. That's why he said, who is my mother? Who is my brother? Besides those that do the will of the Father. Because he knows in the heavens, we're all the children of Yahweh. Even the damn spiritual demon Satan is a son of God. He's one of his sons. All right. Now, when they get sent onto this earth, the Lord has to write them out a story. Other than that, they wouldn't have one. Can't just go living, create something and then it just goes like a damn energizer bunny till it fall off the table. No, he writes their path out. The days are numbered for that person. All right, from life to death. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. There's nothing new to the Lord, but it's new to these jakes. So they see themselves in their ISUPK outfits. What did Mike Tyson say? Hey man, history is just us in funny clothing. History is us in funny clothes. Think about that. So today, people wearing their little outfits, 2021, and their ego, they'll think that they was only born once. They'll think that they wrote their own life. All right. 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after, man. That's reincarnation coming back on the earth. You're not gonna remember. All right. I don't care if it's a sparrow or a flower or a dandelion. The Lord created each one. He knows the process of each and life's what's the word lifetime of each entity that's created upon this earth. Each creation has a light, a beginning and an end. Anything that comes into this realm, all right, except for the elect in the kingdom. Psalms 104:29. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away their breath, they die and return to their dust. See, the Lord controls the birth and he controls the death of a person. All right. He takes away the breath. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created. And thou renewest the face of the earth. See, he writes out their story. Okay, recreating the earth again, out of the earth. The glory of Yahweh shall endure forever. Yahweh shall rejoice in his works. He looketh on the earth, and it trembleth. He toucheth the hills, and they smoke. Check this out, 2nd Ezra 9:5. Um, for like as all that is made in the world, so everything that's in this world is created, even us. All right. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right. So the Lord created the beginning, and He manifests the end of our life. All right. Ecclesiastes 8 and 16. Because to every purpose there is a time and judgment. So the Lord has a judgment written for each soul that's born into this earth. See, they go up to the heavens and they live out their judgment back on the earth. So for them to be a sodomite, they're going to receive the judgment for them being that sodomite. You understand? That's what it's about, the judgment. All right, the Lord created wickedness and he has sent them to it. Verse 7. For he knoweth not that which shall be. You know, it's talking about Jake. Not the Lord, but it's talking about Jake. For he knoweth not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be? There is no man that have power over the spirit to retain the spirit, man. No man can stop himself from dying. If the Lord has written out the judgment, then that's what it's going to be. No spirit can stop itself from being born into this hell, into this earth. All right. Neither have he power in the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. All right. See, the wickedness cannot deliver nobody out of, like, push him away. The Lord created everything opposite of righteousness, and he created righteousness as well. All right. And those that are weaker vessels, he send them over to it. See, when you think about sodomites, he probably just think about the wicked of our people being that way. Well, how did they become that way? Because we know when we were younger, that wasn't as popular as it is now. But through the media, through this place, Babylon, they have corrupted our people, you know? And the feeble-minded of our nation have been pulled into that wickedness. But it was already written. You know, a lot of them weren't born. They weren't born that way. So when they get older, they listen to their mother, or they start following the ways of their mom, or they follow the ways of sodomy that's out here, and that's how it happens. But the Lord created Proverbs 16:4, and Sarnetta was right, man. I don't agree with Sarnetta on anything really, but he got him on this one, and you got to admit when you're wrong. And Tazaria, you see, you know, anybody that chew while they talking, they trying. You got them. You got them. They cut. They trying to find a way to demean you at that point and try to show you gestures like you didn't get them. You didn't get me, man. It ain't bothering me. So you basically like, bro, he got you. This guy said the Lord did not know that Tevin Campbell and Luther Vandross was gonna come out the way they came out, or wound up, I would say, end up being the way they've become. You know, or RuPaul. So you mean the Lord didn't know that about that individual, that spirit? He didn't write out their judgment for their names to be written in the Lamb's Book of Life, or in the book that's set up for death, for judgment to be made perfect in the kingdom. He didn't know that. Anyway, Proverbs 16:4. Yahweh have made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. And that's not just talking about Esau. Yeah, Esau is the border of wickedness, yeah. You know, everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to Yahweh. Though hands join in hand, they should not be punished now. So the Lord created even the wicked for the day of evil, right? For the day of his judgment. This is Colossians 1:16. 15. Who is the image of the invisible power, talking about Yahushua, the firstborn of every creature, for by him were all things created. So the Lord created Yahushua, and Yahushua created everything. All right, so for by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether there be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him. So he created everything, wicked kingdoms, righteous kingdoms. With wickedness, you can't say there's a limit to it. It's going to be a limit to this. Nah, it's what it is. Wickedness, opposite of righteousness. All right. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist, man. All things consist. All right, Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. This is it, man. The Lord has formed what light is. He has also created darkness, man. The opposite of that light. And he said, well, how great is that darkness, man? And I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things, man. So Lord created peace and he created evil, what you would call the bad things. All right, check this out, man. Ecclesiastes 23:18. A man that breaketh wedlock, saying thus in his heart, who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness. The walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not render my sins. Such a man only feareth the eyes of man, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts, man. Excuse me. So Cesariak wouldn't understand that. That the Lord, he knows the thoughts of a child, a baby, and when you come out of the womb, however you look at it. He knew all things. He knew all things, not just Jeremiah. He knew all things ever they were created, man. Before they were created, he knew all of it. Every baby that comes into this earth, he knows them. All right. Now, in the kingdom, the day of salvation, Yahweh Shai, he better know you like as the church. You know, that's different. He didn't say like I'm not rocking with you. That's what he mean by like I never knew you. All right. So also after he knew all things ever they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. You know, so now we're being perfected. So even in our sin, the Lord looked upon us, and as he's perfecting us, he's looking upon us. Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie, that's one, and worshipped and served the creature more than the creator, that's two, who is blessed forever, amen. For this cause Yahweh gave them up. See, because of that. See, the Lord already knew that they were going to be serving idols and worshiping false gods. That's where it started from, you know? And then through that, what comes with following after these idols, the Lord created that as well. For this cause Yahweh gave them up. So he gave them over to it. See, people think people are born that way when they're not. All right, they're born and then they're given over to it. For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. All right. So we're born into a system that's already set, man. Um, Sodomy and so on, you know, the Roman Empire. In the kingdom, you're not going to be that way. In the society where laws are in place and we're made perfect in the flesh. And likewise, also the men leaving the natural use of the women, burning in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. All right. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So how are they doing it? Because the Lord gave them over to it. But he had to create the it to give them over to. What's the it? Wickedness. The Lord had to create that. All right. It's like creating a basket for this and a basket for that. You got a basket for the righteous. You got a basket for the wicked. What's going to be in that basket? What's going to be this, 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 this? That's what the Lord did. What's going to be in the basket of righteousness? This, and this, and this. This was going to entail. All right. Over here is going to be complete and utter darkness. He gave everything a definition to it. Okay. Um. Wow. All right. So that's why I wanted to go to this point, because he's thinking about just Jake. Yeah. Why did the Lord create sodomites? Well, he didn't create them. They was just, they were born and then they went that way. He don't know who they're gonna be until they no. To the time of the harvest. And so he don't know the seed that he planted. Yeah, okay. Mm. Even the planters today, the farmers today, they know what's going to come out of that ground when they plant it. How and when. Look at George Washington Carver. See, the Lord created them. All right. So this is Romans 9:7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Right. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of Yahweh. I'm talking about Esau, um, the Arabs, Africans, But the children of the promise are counted for the seed. All right. So the Lord has to know them before they're born to give them their path, man. Good or bad. Verse 9. For this is the word of promise at this time. Well, I'm going to get down to the point. 11. For the children being not yet born. All right. So not even born yet. They were in the belly. And this guy Tazariak of ISUPK is saying that the Lord doesn't know that they're going to be wicked when they're born. They're not. He don't know that they're going to be sodomites. Yes, he does. The Lord knows that, man. All right. Romans 9:11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil in that flesh, in that body. In their past life, maybe they have done, but in the new flesh, they're considered new to live out any judgments. It was said unto her, the children shall serve the younger. Also like it. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said, right, because Esau, Trump, can't just grow up and say, I'm going to be Trump. He had to be written into being so. Putin, all these characters that are in place. Antiochus Epiphanes, all these characters in the scriptures, Alexander. He didn't create himself into being that. That path had to be written out, that story, by the author, the authority, Yahweh Bashim El Shai. It says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? God forbid. See, this is what he should have responded to Sod nigga with when he said, "Why would the Lord create sodomites?" Well, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? God forbid. For he said unto Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up. So the Lord raised up 2/3 of our people to be destroyed as well, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. All right. And this is the way for the Lord to show his mercy on us as well, being Gentiles and strangers. All right. Mercy is something, a gift that's given to someone that doesn't deserve it. Verse 19. No. Check this out. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth. All right. So 2/3 of our people, the Lord has hardened their hearts, man. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? So why is he blaming people at the same time? For who have resisted his will? Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? So out of the lump of what you call humanity of the earth, he created all these nations, some to honor and some to dishonor. And within those nations, he created people, some to honor, some to dishonor. 2/3, 1/3. All right. What if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction? All right. The fact that we could see the sun or the moon, see day and night, the Lord put that there. We see the sky blue, even though it's not blue. If you stand on the moon, it doesn't have a firmament, you're gonna see nothing but space. If this earth had no firmament, we would see nothing but space. There would be no such thing as light infraction. The spreading of light, certain light elements. Just like now, 2/3 their eyes are closed, so all they're gonna cling to is what? Wickedness. They're not being led by the Lord. They're left in that darkness. Second Ezra's 8:1, and he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. All right, for a man to be able to walk and talk and stand and kick a ball, slam dunk, play basketball, football, all these different sports, the Lord gave them that. The Lord gave them those ideas in different ages and kingdoms, the Colosseums. Esau ain't think of this damn self. The Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few. I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold, whereof earthen vessels are made, as their lump, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There are many created, but few shall be saved. All right. So he made some of the same lump to honor and some to dishonor. This is Sirach 39:33. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season. See, even the wicked is a good creation in a way. because it's a perfect creation. The Lord, everything the Lord does is perfect. So he created darkness and he made it perfect. He created righteousness and light and he made it perfect. All right, Esau is a perfect weapon of mass destruction. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season, so that a man cannot say this is worse than that. For in time they shall all be well approved. All right, because just because we're in the truth or prophets or born from birth, like Jeremiah was, there was no difference between that and a brother being born under sin or born in a heathen nation. You know, Israelite being born amongst the Africans or Israelite mom that thought she's American. We were all born this way. All right. So the Lord knows every spirit, every body that comes into this earth. Galatians 3:22. But the scripture have concluded all under sin, that the promise by faith of Yahweh Shai might be given to them that believe. This is Jeremiah 1:5, and this is the one that Sinetta cutting with. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Right? Before he formed the body in the belly, he knew each one of us, man. But for the elect, for the prophets, he said, what? And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So the Lord has to ordain you to be a prophet or ordain you to be numbered with the wicked. James 4:13. Go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city and continue there a year and buy and sell and get gain. All right, so that's like everyday stuff. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I'm gonna do that. Like Cap, uh, Captain Crunch was talking about. 14. He was saying, hey man, people, man. He started singing that James Brown song. This is a man's world. Man made the natural lights so he could see in the dark. Man made the train to carry the heavy loads. Man made everything he can. It's like, come on, no, the Lord gave them that ability to make it. Period. He's our power, man. All right, verse 14. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? So our life has to be written. It is even a vapor that appeareth for a little time and then vanisheth away. So you mean the Lord doesn't know that? For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. Wow, man. So anything that's being done upon the earth is being done by the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's why nobody flying and shit. Nobody can disappear. None of these things have been ordained. All right. But on this earth, you have a positive and negative, the opposites. For that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. But now you rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. Okay. All right. See that he said, if the Lord will, we will do this or that. You know, Proverbs 5:21. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all their going. So to ponder is like a premeditated thing. He's a light to our path. He got to know our path to be able to be a light unto it, to prepare things in our way, you know, good or bad. All right, Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right, so man's goings are of the Lord. So a man can't even understand why they're wicked because the Lord created them to be so. You got to pray that you're not in that number. That's the thing. All right, um, so a man's goings are of the Lord. So if a man is wicked upon this earth, it's because the Lord made him that way. Matthew 13 and 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, right? To be born on this earth without the light, without the wisdom, without guidance from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is to be left in darkness, ultimately. And to be in that darkness, how great is that darkness? All right. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing. Or did they? So is that on their own accord, on their own will, or is it a natural thing that just happened? No, it had to be written. And their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. So that had to be written, predestined, man. That shows the power of the Lord, that He can have somebody being born wicked and another one born righteous. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. So He created the light and the dark. Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. They didn't blind themselves. The Lord blinded them. All right, so they're going astray. Uh, they're going to church. They're going to Muslim. They're Muslims. They going to Egypt for help. To the government. If they sodomites, if they're drug addicts, if they're um, idol worshippers, right? If they eating pork, lawbreakers. It says what? And the rest were blinded, according as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, to this day. So the Lord created it. All right, verse 10, let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back all way. See, that's why the Lord told us to pray on this wise. Matthew 6 and 13, and lead us not into temptation, right? We got to pray to not be led into the temptation, but deliver us from the evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. You know? So the Lord created all things, man. All right, because in the kingdom, we can't say that we made ourselves righteous, and we won't be able to say that we made ourselves wicked. In the kingdom, we'll say the Lord has done all things, and his judgment is right. You know what I mean? Proverbs 16 and 4. Yahweh have made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right, because when it comes to wickedness, you got to pray to the Lord to remove these things from you. All right, because the Lord created the wickedness on this earth, and 2/3 of our people that were born under the law, He pushed them into it if they are destined for that. To it. Definitely start going into Daniel 9, chapter 9, to anoint the most holy and to set up the 2/3 basically. And it's all about the outcome. It's all about the day of salvation. It's all about the first being last and the last being first. The Lord setting up order upon his creations. All right. But Jake thinks emotionally and egotistically. That's why they can't believe that the Lord would create that. Yeah, He created everything. He's a creator. He's a spirit, and in this physical, fleshly realm, He created good and evil. In the heavens, He created good and evil. Good on the right hand, left hand, the demons and Satan. On the earth, righteous acts, and on the earth, wicked acts. It's just that simple, man.